Good morning, students. So, our next lesson is local self government in urban areas. So, which is called urban area? So, urban area means where the large number of people live. That is called urban areas. So, usually we can see villages and urban areas, or rural areas or urban areas. So, rural area means where the people live very small number. It is called a rural area. So, urban area means where large number of people live. That place is called urban area. Clear? So, do you remember what we learned in the previous class? Yeah, village panchayats. So, at the time we discussed we have three types of governments: local government, state government, and central government. Here, three levels of governments are there: local government, state government, and central government. Here, local government means the government belongs to villages and urbans are called related to villages and urbans are called local governments. So we are going to discuss self local government in urban areas. Okay, in panchayat level, so people elect some ward members and panchayat president. So they will look after the day-to-day activities in the panchayat level, and they will collect taxes, and they will prepared some proposals to get from funds from the governments. Okay, by using those funds they do some development activities in the panchayat level. But what about urban areas? You can see here one picture given: urban area which is having more buildings, wide roads, okay, different vehicles, autos, lorry, and different people, cars, buses. Okay, so here we can see some multi-stored buildings, okay, some houses with slabs, okay, some areas slums are so there, poor people living some areas. Clear? So this is called urban areas. Here people live more. Okay, towns and cities are places where large number of people live. That is also called urban area. In the urban areas, roads in many parts of the cities are wider and busier. Even in Hyderabad, if you see the roads in the early morning, we can see so how much wider. But at the time of daytime, so those wider roads will become narrow because of traffic. Even we cannot get a place to walk in the midday, but our roads are very wider when you compare with the village roads. Okay, and very busy also. Our roads were very busy because more population. We have more population in urban areas. So many industrial workers, okay, business people, and people for different purposes, okay, come to the cities. That's why cities roads were very busier. So there are shops, vehicles, and industries in cities. And to maintain all these, we need proper planning and amenities than in rural areas. So rural areas requirements are very less. So amenities also less. But in urban areas, to manage all the people, to provide facilities to this much large people, we need some proper plan and more amenities we required. Okay, so here every year the people population is increasing in urban areas. Why? Because the people from rural areas are migrating to cities because they are not getting proper work in those villages. So mostly after rainy season, for 6 months, people may migrate to towns for work, for livelihood. Okay, like that. Every year, the population of the city is increasing. Okay, the size of the city is also growing day by day. So new towns are coming up, new colonies are coming up. So the city spreading different areas, different directions. When you compare Hyderabad, so Hyderabad is growing. Once upon a time, the population of Hyderabad only 15 lakhs. Now the population of Hyderabad is more than 80 lakhs, near to 1 crore. Okay, like that, every day the cities are growing day by day and new colonies are emerging. Okay, regularly and constantly. Many of these colonies are in the form of slums in which a large number of people, poor people, live and work. So at the beginning, so these colonies, usually the people who migrate from the villages will come and settle in the far away from the cities. Okay, so they live in the slum areas where the facilities are not available, where the amenities are not available. Okay, so the government should provide water, electricity, transport, schools and hospitals to them. So a major problem in cities is the disposal of waste materials or garbage and drainage. So what are the problems? Cities may face disposal of waste materials every day from every home. So some garbage will be created. So how to dispose this? In Hyderabad city, every day 10,000 tons garbage collecting by the municipal people. So our waste materials and drainage system where they will dump this garbage and waste material, that is very problematic. How to carry, how to collect, where to store, where to dump. These are the major problems. Next one is the drainage system. So many people are there, they use more water. So we have to provide sanitation and drainage. The wastewater should be flow freely. So construction of drainage system is very difficult in the cities. Already we are facing the overflowing of the drainages in every areas. When it is rains, all the roads flooded because of poor drainage system in Hyderabad. Okay, so these are the major problems. What are those? Disposal of waste materials or garbage and maintaining the drainage. Clear? Next. Thus, providing public amenities in towns and cities also very complex. Already public amenities means providing water, electricity, laying roads, providing school. Okay, so these are very difficult in the cities. So it requires large organization to look after all these issues, to provide public amenities for every person. So we require large organization. Okay, authority. This organization is called municipality in the towns. In the village level, it called panchayat. In the city level, urban level, that organization is called municipality. Okay, there are three kinds of municipal bodies depending upon the size of the population. So towns also different, some cities also different level. So that's why based on the population, the urban areas or cities are divided into three. These municipal organizations divided into three bodies. So we can see. So Nagara Panchayat. Nagar means city. Nagara Panchayat. So where the population between 20,000 to 40,000 people, that area is considered as Nagara Panchayat. Next, Municipal Council. Second one is Municipal Council. So where the people living 40,000 to 3 lakh people. The place which is having the population 40,000 to 3 lakh, that is called Municipal Council. Next one is Municipal Corporation. So where the place which is having more than 3 lakh people, that is called a municipal corporation. So our city is Hyderabad, Greater Hyderabad Municipal Corporation. Greater Hyderabad Municipal Corporation, our population is more than 80 lakhs. That's why it is called Municipal Corporation. Here, three types of municipal bodies are there. One is Nagara Panchayat, the population between 20,000 to 40,000. Municipal Council, population between 40,000 to 3 lakh. So, Municipal Corporation, the population above 3 lakhs like Hyderabad. Okay, next. Formation of municipalities. So, already we discussed how the panchayats were formed. Panchayats may be formed through elections. So, here also same. Like panchayats, the municipalities also formed through elections. So now in our Telangana state, the municipal elections are going on. So already notification came. The parties or who are interested people already submitted their nominations. So on December 1st, we are going to conduct elections in municipal elections in Hyderabad. Okay, if you read the newspaper, you can get more idea. If you watch TV news, then you can get more idea about the municipal elections, how to form the municipalities and how they conduct elections in the municipalities, how they elect the people, how they form the major and municipality, you can understand easily. Okay, so try to read and try to watch the TV news. Okay, next. Here, like panchayats, these municipalities also divided into number of wards based on the population. Urban areas are also divided into wards and divisions. So, people are elected as representatives. These representatives are called councillors in municipal towns and corporators in corporation cities. In panchayat levels, those are called ward members. Okay. Here, municipal level, those are called councillors. In corporation level, those are called corporators. We are going to elect corporators in Hyderabad from different divisions or circle. Those are called either ward, division or circle. Clear? Apart from the ward councillor, there are also mayors, chairpersons who headed the institutions like the sarpanch in the panchayats. So in panchayat level, panchayat president is the head of the panchayat, but in corporations, the mayors are chairpersons are the head of these institutions. Mayors. So here in Hyderabad, the mayor seat is reserved for women this year. Last year reserved for men. Now Bontu Ram Mohan Rao was the last mayor. Now that mayor seat is reserved for women. So in the next year, maybe you are going to see the women mayor. Previous also so many women mayors are there. Sarojini Pulla Reddy, Banda Karthika Reddy. Those were the mayors, women mayors of Hyderabad Municipal Corporation. Now next year also we are going to elect one woman mayor. Okay. So as per election procedure, So these ward councillors and corporators and mayor will be elected. So here mayor may be elected by the corporators. So okay, next. So we can see what are the similarities or differences between municipalities and panchayat level. So already you can recollect what you learnt in the previous class. So already election commission conduct the elections in the panchayat level or corporation level. So here elections in the municipality usually held every 5 years like panchayat. So every 5 years we will conduct the